What's shaking, people? Back with another reaction, back with some more Erasure, and we're going to a single from Erasure from 1988 called Crackers International, which is sort of like a winter holiday themed release. I was going to call it an EP. It's like technically is a single an EP. Like in the world of techno, if it's not, if it's just like 2 or 3 tracks on one record, you call it an EP. But I don't know if like in the world of pop music, if that's a phrase or if that's a term that's used, or if it's used in a different way. So in any case, it's a single release, 1988. I've seen different versions of it. One of the versions I saw like genuinely has like a straight up cover. I forget which Christmas Carol it is, but the version that Han Solo has graciously shared with me, if I can make my mouth work, doesn't have that track. It has 4 tracks instead of 5. And I think that the version that I ended up seeing online, I think that was like a later release of this single. But like I said, this one has 4 tracks. One of the tracks we're going to listen to seems to be Christmas themed, if not maybe a cover or at least kind of an homage to a Christmas Carol. It's called She Won't Be Home for Christmas, Lonely Christmas. Let me make sure I have that right. Or She Won't Be Home and then Lonely Christmas. So there's not 2 Christmases, but yeah, it's She Won't Be Home, Lonely Christmas, which makes me think it might be sort of an homage to or a cover of I'll Be Home for Christmas, which incidentally is already sort of a sad song. If you like listen to it, he's basically saying like he's not going to be home for Christmas. It's only in his dreams. He'll imagine being there, and he'll imagine all the things that he could share and so on with the people that he cares for in that place that he knows so well and nostalgically, but he's not actually going to be there. So I feel like that song is actually already sad. But if this is in any way related to that, it feels like it's pushing it to an even farther level. Like, no, she won't be home, so, you will be lonely, and so will she. So yeah, again, I don't know if it'll be related to that song, or if it is just kind of a general stab at a sort of blue-colored Christmas song, which, Blue Christmas, it's another one like that. So that's what I would expect. Even if it's not a direct homage to I'll Be Home for Christmas, I would expect it to be a sort of a song about being in the holiday season, when oftentimes, sharing it with other people is the sort of, the gold standard of what makes the holidays so great. So if you don't have someone to share them with, they don't really have the same appeal. You're lonely during a time when you're supposed to be jubilant and celebratory and so on. So like I said, that's what I would expect it to be, a sort of blue-colored Christmas tune. So let's find out. This is Erasure from their Crackers International EP, single, which I have to say is a very funny name, and I'm not quite sure. Like, there's no track on the single that makes it clear why it would be called that. So let me know if you have some insight there. But this is the tune, She Won't Be Home, and then parenthetically, Lonely Christmas. Like some holiday brass mixed with some snowflake style chimes. Another one. This is not the first time. Stars in the night, there is one there shining bright. Probably Venus, planet. This lonely Christmas. I wanted to say to you how much I want to be with you. I wanted to say to you Christmas time comes once a year. She knows this time we won't be near. that layer was in most of the track. Would have liked to hear a little more of that, either by not fading so soon or introducing that a little earlier. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe that did play earlier, but I felt like that was a sort of cherry on top that was thrown on right near the end. But I think it basically was what I was expecting. I don't think it was an homage or a cover of I'll Be Home for Christmas, but I do think it was, you know, a blue Christmas song. It was a song about like wishing you could be with someone, but here you go, another lonely Christmas, which, you know, that was a layer I wasn't thinking about. I was thinking about contrasting it with earlier times when you were with someone or where you were home with family, but now that's not possible, or, it could be not possible for a couple different reasons. But no, it felt like this is a recurring theme. This is something that, you know, he's dreading because he knows what it feels like, because it's something he's gone through before. So yeah, again, it's one of those things, right, where like holidays, it's a double-edged sword. If, you know, if everything is kind of in its right place, it can be such a like warm and fun and friendly time. But if you're not at that kind of place in your life, then they're almost like a reminder that you are lonely. They're almost a reminder that, you know, things aren't the way you'd like them to be. And then it's like, you know, even if you're not dreading them, you certainly aren't celebrating them the way that you might be, you know, in sort of movies and songs about the season. So, yeah, I think that's, you know, it's a cool type of Christmas carol, because I think it gets to like a little bit more of like, I'm not going to call it a dark underbelly, but the sort of like, you know, it's a tough reality of being an emotional creature, is that, you know, we make these events and sort of holidays and so on to celebrate things, but sometimes in our lives we're not really in a good place to celebrate, and so it's hard to kind of like try to get yourself there again, especially if you don't have people with you to like, you know, make that process easier. So that's what I was thinking about as the song was playing out. Again, shout out to Han Solo for making this available, and, you know, not only to Han Solo, but to everybody who's shared material with me. Yeah, I'm just going through a lot of stuff. It's hard to get through everything. Like, as I now go to shoot videos, it's like, oh, I'd like to do this, this, and this. Oh, crap, but I don't have time to do all that, so I got to cut out this one, this one, this one. So, yeah, it's just going to take a little longer. But, you know, I'm here for the long haul. Hopefully some of you are as well. So, yeah, lots of deep dives will continue and begin and expand. The rate will just be a little bit slower, even though I'm still doing the same amount of videos, if that makes sense. Anyway, like I said, shout out to Han Solo for this. Do let me know what you think of Vincent Andy's work here. There's 3 more tracks on the EP, so we'll go through those in the coming weeks. Do let me know what you think of this one. I'll see you next time. Peace.